Welcome back, everybody. So I believe I stated this in a video before, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to state it again. This one right here is one of the things that my husband had brought home from work that we're going to actually use to make a hen egg laying thing for. So I think this would possibly do 3 to 4 openings, and I told my husband that I thought we should utilize this down here, this top that we did for the chickens when we had the chickens in this area. And yeah, we really need to clean this up, but I was thinking of using this as a chicken tractor. But this right here, it's pretty warped, but I think it still could be used for what we were needing it for, and I think it would work pretty darn well. So my husband said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try that for now. And that would at least give them something to start laying their eggs in. The smaller chickens should start actually laying next month. Probably the end of next month through August. They definitely should start laying. So I definitely want this made up. Now this one, I told my husband I wanted him to make 3 above ground beds for me. And I think this would work perfect. I think they would do very well. And they both have little holes in them. Oh, geez, that's going to lift us up, but maybe not. To actually show, I thought this one, yeah, right here. So it's got little drain holes in it, which would be great. And then we can get that put up, and I want to try to make a little chicken tractor out of that. So I need a couple little wheels to be able to lift the back up. But I think this would work pretty well for right now. I mean, it's no bigger than what they're in now, but them babies are going to have to be moved probably in a week or 2 for sure. And yeah, this is going to be not big enough, but if I could get another set longer, whatever this is, longer. See, I got another board there that it looks like I could probably use, but I think we will probably really try to get in this. And this thing right here, I decided that we would use this for the ducks. So they would actually have a house to get into for the winter, wherever we end up putting the ducks. Now my husband was talking about in that previous video, which I don't know which video it is because I'm so far ahead, but he was talking about, you know, finishing this off and making a berm down there for the water to run around. So I said, well, why don't we just put the ducks there then, and they could have this area right here. He said, good. So this will have to be moved over there when we try to actually get the ducks in. But I mean, here's some more stuff we could utilize. I want to try to get this put in with the chickens, but it would probably have to be cut for roosting. We need to make roosting thingamajigs for the chickens to have. I want to try to get everything done in the way that it should be. So we've got a lot to do, and I hope that you will join us in our journey here in our small farm in the woods. So I thought we would come down here real quick and check out. Oh, look it. Oh my goodness, I gotta come in there. One of my lilies is blooming, and it's a red one. Oh, you guys know I'm a lily fan. I love my lilies. I love them. Let me see if I can walk through here without stepping on a bunch of stuff. Sorry if I step on you. Oh, goodness sakes. Look at that. Oh, goodness. I'm so happy. Oh, I love my lilies. I really do. I really, really, really love my lilies. Look at all these. Oh, goodness sakes. They're so beautiful, aren't they? Goodness. And then those ones right there, these ones are trying to flop over. I can't wait to see what color they end up being. I don't know what colors I have. I mean, I knew for like Courtney, which I think were these. I thought they were over there. Yeah, it's probably those right there. I don't know. They were somewhere in here. But these ones are just itty bitty little. Look Look how pretty they are. And then we have these right here that are still gonna do. And there's my hibiscus that my mother-in-law gave me. And the other hibiscus right there. And then the one in the middle, somewhere in there. And I talked to my husband about putting the rocks behind here, and he said it won't be a problem. He can make a pad on here so we could put the rocks through here to make me another rock type garden. I cannot believe how big this bleeding heart has gotten tall, and it looks like something's been eating it. I wonder what type of bug that is. But anyways, there's my little zinnias, my mammoth mums, and some other stuff that I don't know what's in here. Oh, something got pushed over right here, I see. How'd you fall over? Not in the ground very well, were ya? Kind of hard for you to do things when you're not sitting up. Let me see. Put it back down in there like that. All my lilies have fallen over. I'll set them up like this maybe. Yeah. Okay. Oh, these ones are going to bloom and they look like they're going to be yellow. My mammoths. I wanted to come over here and see my... I had that storm that come through. And I wanted to see my... These are my black... There's not hardly anything left here. It's kind of upsetting. Too, because there's just one, it looks like. Oh, this one right here. I was going to say there should have been 3. But, you know, sometimes you can't always get what you want. So that needs to stay there so I can remember. And just try to pull some of this stuff up. Weedy stuff. There's some poison ivy I don't want to touch. Oh, okay. Yep. My husband said he can bring a bucket load of dirt over and he can just make a pad here. So he said I could put the rocks in here right now and they wouldn't roll. I'm like, I'm sure you could, but you know, he's like, you can't put big rocks all the way around it. How do you expect to see anything? I'm like, do you see the height of my plants? You can put big rocks around here and we're going to be able to see. I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry. See? Lilies sidetrack me. You guys should say, Jamie, get back into what you were going to show us. Right? I got to watch out for these thorny stuff. Yep. This one, but she's not. She sounds crispy, but they're still soft. So that tells me this will come back. But look at all these. Wow. Look at that. And I've still got a few that are in these buckets doing good. Smaller ones that I'm just going to keep and put back up there. And then we got a couple of these that I did plant that did come back. Almost this whole row, which is great. And then I did see one little asparagus that had went to seed in here. Oh, there's one right there. No, that's not one. It was somewhere. Yeah, right here's one. Right there. That's asparagus that went to seed. But I think, oh, here's another one. Another asparagus that went to seed that I missed. Because I tried to pull up all my asparagus from here. But I think what I'll do is I'm going to let them go. And this, I think, is actually where I want to do the meat chickens to let them graze through here. But definitely next year we can plant this. This one's huge. Look how tall that is. There's another one. It's pretty big. Another one pretty big. This one's got little flowers on it. Going to try to produce some berries for me. These are the ones, this one, this one, this one, This one and this one I bought from Stark Brothers. So these are all from them. The rest of these were here when we moved here, and I didn't even realize that's what they were. But yeah, my poor little, pretty much dead blueberry bush down here. Here's some more. These ones I planted last year here, and they're doing pretty good. My grapevines, these will get moved next year, or not next year, but this fall. These will be moved up in the orchard area. My husband's working on that right now. I want you to flow around this, please. There you go. And then this one right there, she's trying to grow. These are red grapes, red seedless grapes. And I did pull my one blueberry bush that was there. It's up in the garden. I did have another one through here, but I don't think it's... Is that it? No. I don't think it's even doing anything through here. But this is the area that I want the chickens to graze on. I figured the deer ate everything off of this, and they did. This was my nectar tree. I just hope by this fall, when I dig these up and replant them, that they'll have a chance. All this dead stuff I need to cut off, but you can't cut them until they're in the R months. And I'm talking September, October, November, December, January, February is when you can cut them and move them and replant them. Oh, look it. We got one again this year. One. It's trying. All the rest looks like it hasn't. They're gone. I did have 50 of these on these plants. On this tree. Well, between this tree and that tree, but that one right there again. I'm only going to have one if the deers don't eat it. But yep. This is our cherry tree. That is the other cherry tree that's dead, for those that don't know. This is a Red Delicious apple tree, dwarf, and there's my other one. And then my husband's Granny Smith, dwarf. And she's got a lot of dead going on, I can see. So we're really going to have to trim these up when we move them. And that's his baby one over there, which she's trying to grow. This one right here. But yep, just trying to figure out everything that needs to be done. I got all these tomato cages that I probably should pull up and see if anybody could use them. I probably get $5. Ooh, that was something that either slithered off real quick, and it makes me want to not be in here. There's my broccoli, or cauliflower, that's seeded from last year. This stuff needs to be pulled out of there. Got all these metal thingies. But yep, this is what we're gonna do. I don't know what the ducks are doing up there for, but they always want to be in where they're not supposed to be. Right? Yep, that would be correct. So this video is already almost 15 minutes long. But thank you, everybody. We're gonna try to add a little more to this later and see what we can get ourselves into. But until then, I'm gonna start trying to take that down and get this cleaned up. But I won't have you guys watch. We'll just show now. And when the video comes back on, it'll be then. Not the best, but it's better. I still have this panel down here, but we donated these panels to a rescue, and they do goat yoga, so they're gonna actually get these panels, but that needs to be taken way over there where the other ones are. But what's left of this is this right here, this one piece of log that my husband had chopped off to make the base of the height. And that's the only thing that's left, and then I'm probably just going to scrap this tarp. And I was trying to figure out what I need to do with these pieces of wood here, and I sat this up. I don't know if I want to make my chicken tractor quite this tall, but definitely if I had this flipped the other direction, it would definitely work that way, I think, too. But then I brought that plywood up here. We got a piece of a 2x4 and got some legs. These are for the ends of that. I've got some rounds already made up. I can get 4 nesting box in here, and then we cut out 1 so far. So it's there'll be a blank, which is where a divider will go in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be cut out. Blank. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut out. Blank. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's actually 2 more at the end, but I'm fine with that. And then, of course, doing it like I seen on YouTube, they do a fancy like circle and then fancy little legs with the same board, but these boards are way too flimsy. So what I thought, this is a piece of 2x4 that got put together right here. So I'm going to have my husband take this apart. I'm going to use this as a leg base to come across the bottom. Then I'm going to have him cut 2 of those the height of this bucket, because I like how tall that is. I think that's more than enough for the height for them to actually get in and out, and it'd be just fine. A foot at least is what I'm looking for up. I'm not sure how tall that bucket is, but then we can cut that, put that in the middle of that, screw that down to that, and then that will work for legs. So that's as far as I've gotten with that so far. I still want to clean this up. I want to get this cleaned up down here, because when I actually get my chicken tractor started, like I said, they're going to be down here eating all this. So that would be nice. But before I can do that, there's this big tree limb here. There's some other stuff I need to clean up. There's some wire across there. I need to pull that stuff out, pull them stakes out, get all that just cleaned up so I can be able to move a chicken tractor here. But what I'm looking for, and I got to run this by my husband, is I was looking at this panel. Like, this panel is 5 foot tall by 16 foot long. So I definitely want a chicken tractor to be 16 foot long. It's probably overkill, but when we're doing 30 meat chickens at a time, I think it's feasible. And I would really like it to be probably 6 foot wide and not 5 foot, just another foot wider, and then have wheels on it so then I can pull it around like it's supposed to be. You give ducks new water and all they do is splash it out and make it dirty again. Yep, and that's our life with ducks. So my husband worked very late last night. He didn't get home till 10 o'clock. They had an emergency water break. So they were working on that until the city had water back. And he just texted me and said he was on his way home. I don't know where he was at today, so I don't know how long the drive will be. But he's 40 minutes minimum from wherever he's got to drive. So that's these babies. They are 8 days old. They have actually gotten quite big, bigger than what I expected. And we still have all 30. In about another week or 2, they're going to be way too big to be in this. So I really got to get my butt moving and get some more. I figured this type of wood, this 1 by whatever it is, 1 by 1, would be pretty easy and light for me to move. Might not be quite as durable that I'm hoping for, but definitely be light. And I'm okay with that. And they come in 8-foot sections, so I thought that would be great too. I can always half and half the chickens if I have to, put 15 in one and 15 in another if I can't do it the length that I would like to do it, being 16 feet. But I could do them 8-foot by however wide I'd want it to be. I could do an 8x8 if I wanted. Just make a big square, make 2 of them. But I didn't want to have to do that. But yep, very happy with all our chickies. I want to talk to my husband about putting a round bale in with the babies. Taking it from the end and bringing it in. I think that we could possibly do that because he can get into that end with the skid steer. My garden is doing great. Just trying to give you guys an overview of everything. Yes, I've got a couple, the Americanas. I don't know where they're getting out of. I found a hole in the ground, so I'm thinking that's possibly where they were getting under. I had one out today. I had all but 2 yesterday, but they weren't in the garden. They were just out. So, I think I've got 5 roosters, not counting chicks. So, we're going to have to eliminate some of those. But yeah, that will be this video for today. Thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you to all our new subscribers. We keep going up. 1870, 1869, 1870. I've been bouncing back and forth for that about 2 weeks. But you know, with God's grace, I'll climb like I'm supposed to be and be able to grow as needed. So thank you again. Until next time, God bless.